are Lerato Senoko. I'm a managing director of Unxpected Clothing. We are situated in Bloemfontein. Our main offices are in town in Westdene, and our workshops are in the location Mangaung, in Rocklands. We're a manufacturing fashion house, which we specialize in sneaker making. We have three brands under us: Unexpected Sneakers, Affair Fashion, and Unexpected Woman, which was launched recently now in Torino, in Italy. I studied in Pretoria, and then I came back home. When I came back home, I stayed here and I wanted work. I couldn't find work. I studied tourism management, and I have project management. So fashion, I didn't study, it's just a talent, it's just in me, creativity is in me. I did a lot of art back home at school. I did a lot of drawing. I think I would say my grandmother was an entrepreneur, so I got a lot of things from her because she used to sew. She used to teach me a couple of things. So I think the talent has always been in the family, but I never actually explored that side of me. So this was our first T-shirt, because we wanted to start Unexpected as an urban style streetwear clothing. So we started with caps, and this was our first design, which I didn't produce it. We designed it and it was on paper. And this year I said, let me introduce it. So we did caps, and then we did T-shirts, and then I realized that everyone now is doing that. I didn't want to buy a T-shirt and print on it. I wanted to create a brand. So I was just thinking, how do I create a brand? I didn't, because now everyone was following the trends that everyone's doing that. So I realized, okay, then how do I penetrate the urban street industry differently? And then I used to think of sneakers, but then it seemed impossible, because I mean, Nike, Puma, Adidas, they're very advanced, and I didn't know anyone who did shoes in South Africa, let alone Africa. I want to explore the shoe industry. I want to be like Adidas. I want to be like Nike. How do I get there? Which I'm very far from, but I'm getting there, and that's the goal, to get there. So yes, that's the sneaker line. Now, the Affair is my partner, Mpho Puduma. We met at church. We fellowshiped together. He's a fashion designer. So I love fashion. He loves, obviously, he's a fashion designer. He loves fashion. So we gelled. We make sense together. So that's why when we went to Torino last year, I took the sneaker range to Torino, and then I said, no, I want to introduce now the ladies wear. When it comes to, I want to add the art. I want to put me in clothing. I love art. I love when I put the sneakers in, it's unexpected. I want to do something that's not expected. So that's how we became partners, and that's how Affair was his baby. So we just merged everything together, and once you put a name on a company, that's when the division starts, is that we are working for this company. It's not about Lerato, it's a team. So that was my biggest struggle. My biggest struggle was also would be equipment. Is that my designing, I'm limited because resources are not available. For example, the sneakers in South Africa, the equipment is not available. So it limits the design, it limits me, my creativity in that sense. Is if I want to create something, it's not done, it's never been done, it's like I'm asking the impossible. Hence, I would say unexpected. I don't want something that's been done. So that's where the challenge would be, is that the frustration that I see this in my head, but then how do I make it alive? My Torino trip last year was my first overseas trip. So I'd never traveled overseas, I've never been overseas, so let alone a fashion show. So that was very intimidating, number one, exciting, number two. And I mean, the Europeans are number one in shoes, as they say, as I thought. But then you discover when you go there, is you hear rumors, but when you're exactly there, is that, okay, when you're in the shoe industry, you see what makes them number one. They got resources, that's the only thing. After I came back from Torino, I would say that I was known in South Africa. My Unexpected was known. Oh, there's this brand called Unexpected. Oh, there's this girl who does handmade sneakers. So the media, I had opportunities to be on TV. I was on ETV Sunrise, I was on. I had the opportunity to meet the minister, business minister Lindu Zulu. I had the opportunity to be on magazines, on newspapers. I mean, Proudly South African tweeted about me. CEDA has helped us put corporate identity, put our label there, design the label and make us known in that we exist, because we can sew, but if your company is not available, I mean, it doesn't make sense. So they've helped me with that corporate identity. They helped me with my website. They've helped me with, exhibitions. There's a Bloom show. I went to Bloom show. So they've been very supportive. I don't want to say a lot about the material. Those are material things. I think I've had more of a support, the emotional support, more than that, which is more important than my business advisor I would call Lerato, are you fine? Hey, I haven't seen you because I'm always at CEDA. I'm always there. So if they don't see me for a month, then he knows something is wrong. So that's the nice part, is that it's not only an institution to help your business, they care about you as a person, because you're the business. If you suffer, then obviously the business is not gonna function. So Mama Jackie too would also check or Lerato, okay, Lerato. You know, I'm honored, and you feel special. Wow, it's not only about them just saying we'll help you with this, the material things. We also hear emotionally, spiritually. So yeah. Currently, I would need support with equipment, machinery, especially for the sneakers I'm very limited in my designing, because there's certain equipments that help with the quality of the shoes, that if I have those equipment, then I can and I will be able to fully trade in the market and compete in a certain market. CEDA, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for seeing. Sometimes as a person, you don't see what you have until someone says and believes, and it does take time as you are an entrepreneur that you end up stop believing in yourself. So I would want to say thank you, CEDA, for believing, and there's a lot of Leratos out there that are not even known, and because you found me, then I think the rest will come out. So I think CEDA must never stop. Even if it's the one, I mean, one person is a generation. You don't have to impact millions. If you impact that one is a generation. So I would like to say thank you. I don't think words could ever express. I think when I make it and that factory is open, I'll say, because CEDA believed. So yes, thank you. Yeah.